welcome to the not so normal rugby show, I would call it, or what are we going to call it?
Let's call it the Club Rugby Live rugby show for now.
For now, and it's all going to be in your hands, but a little bit more on that later on. We are at the beautiful Alto Scales River Rugby Club. We want to say thank you to everybody there for hosting us tonight. It is the very first episode of this new talk show, and we can't wait to get started. Like I said, I'm Oshivi, and this is my fantastic co-host, my brother, Mr. Lucian Kibira. What's up, brother?
Hallelujah, Oshivi. All is well. Good to be here. Good to be speaking about rugby. Good to be delving deeper into the matches that was played this weekend, both in the Western Province Rugby League as well as in the Boland Rugby League. So looking forward to this chat and looking forward to this venture going forward, Shivi.
I can't wait. For you guys at home, this is Club Rugby Live. If you haven't done so yet, hit that like and subscribe button and share this with your entire world. You can also get us and check us out on various social media platforms, especially on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. It's at Club Rugby Live. Before we get going though, with all the action, why don't you tell everybody a little bit more about you, my brother?
Awesome, thank you, Shivi. Well, my name is Lucian Kibidu. Just a respectful background. I used to play rugby as well, still can play rugby, used to play rugby, or did my craft at Northwest University School Rugby for Paul Boys High. After school, went to the Northwest University, played for the Northwest University there. The Picker, also played for the Leopards, played Varsity Cup, played Curry Cup. Afterwards, now I'm in Paul, based in Paul, where I'm a coach at Paul Boys High with under 14s, also a coach at Mbakweni United. And just all around busy with the rugby and with sport development in general. So that's just a basic background about me, Shivi.
So when can I come for an interview at Paul Boys High?
Let's look closer to Interschools. Interschools is coming up, another big match coming up, and another thing, Paul Boys High, so many players in the Western Province teams. I think we've got 8 players in the Craven Week team. We've got 4 players in the B team of the Craven Week team. We've got 6 players in the Grand Como side. So all around, Paul Boys High is flourishing really well. Good to see.
Yeah, you guys are doing fantastic work at Paul Boys High. But it's time to talk about me. So I'm Oshi V, and basically the same as Lucian. Started out as a rugby player, then went on to being a referee in Boland, mind you, Division A, and then the same year at Western Province. Then moved into coaching, former coach at NTK, but it is what it is, you know. Sometimes you just got to take a break, and I thought, well, I love what Pierre and the guys at Club Rugby Live is doing. Let me delve deeper into that, and that's why I'm sitting here. Qualified coach, mind you, so anybody that's out there, you know, looking for a coach, or there's 2 guys sitting here. Only joking.
I'm taken.
Well, we're going to dive right into it, and we're going to take a look at what happened this past weekend. So myself and Mike from Rhino Productions, we were out at the Greenpoint track on Saturday for the Super League A clash between SK Warmers and Union Milnerton. It was kind of a homecoming of sorts because Coach Ish Dolly is from SK Warmers originally. But here is how the action played out.
Kepi! Referee Samuel Passons, as you can hear on your screens right now as well. And you can see him on your screens. He is live, so we'll have some live commentary from the ref as well. Janair Arendse is going to get us underway here at the track. The captain, E.B. Davids, trying to get the kick off, but a little unforced error. Knocked on the air.
White ball.
Oh, what a powerful scrum immediately from Unimil. Referee plays advantage. Labib Kanamaya comes away with the ball. Dean Tattersall. It is a try. It is going to be a try. First one for the match. Elroy Brandt. He makes no mistake. That is 2 points added. It's 7-0 by Union Mill. Out of the ball. Labib Kanamaya. Dean Tattersall. Try time. It's Elroy Brandt. Oh, what a kick. Kanamaya putting it in. Adrian Pavata controlling at the base of the scrum. Another advantage, says the referee, Samuel Passons. Penalty try. That is the 3rd time that it has happened. Referee Samuel Parsons just having a conversation. So Hakeem Lani is gonna get the 3 points here, right in front of the post. Should be able to get this.
Yeah, 1 minute, yeah, he's on.
And he does so, raises the flags. Hakeem Lani, home side on the board, 21 points to 3. Right here at the Green Point track in Cape Town. Entering the fray there, that's another brilliant take. Another advantage. Leon Carstens, try time, that's the bonus point for the away side. Captain Leon Carstens does it himself, another 5-pointer. Is it? It looks good. Yes, it does. 28 points to 3 as the crowd goes wild. The URC champions, the Stormers, celebrating their victory just 7 days ago. Scrum has been turned, but it is a try, says referee Samuel Parsons.
So you saw it first right here on Club Rugby Live's YouTube channel. Unimol looking good, 5 points, 33 points to 3. Ran out winners against SK Warmers. Really good game. Unimol, as you know, scrumming, line outs, the set play is absolutely fantastic. Things are looking good for Ish Dolly and his team.
Yeah, I know I can also vouch for that, Hershey. You know, I was at the match last week between Union Milton and Brackenfell. Also watched a bit of the game of them playing against SK Warmers. Once again, the scrum well-oiled, the mauls well-oiled. It just wants to go forward. You know, every time you just speak about Unimol, you can't help but give them the praises for what they are currently busy doing there, Ismail Dolly and Coach A.D. Jacobs. It's phenomenal, actually, and it's good to see that there's some fresh teams at the top of the lock. You know, we're always so used to seeing a Marties, a UCT, or a Fallsby on top. Now we've got a different animal in the form of Unimol that is climbing the ranks and playing on top and playing good rugby.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the top 3, mind you, for everybody, why I'm holding my device here is because I need to make sure that I give you the right information. Unimol, UCT, and Fallsby lead the top 3, with Unimol having played 2 games more than the Ikeys and the Bay, which they face in a couple of weeks' time. It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting. Did you say they're playing this weekend, Fallsby?
I think it's this weekend,
Unimol this weekend. Absolutely massive match. Fallsby came out of massive victors over my old team, Paul. Yes, I played for Paul in the 2019 season. When I saw the result on Saturday evening when I got home after my duties, it was hard. So to see Fallsby going out there, victors 85 points to 10 over Paul. So it was a thrashing, you can say. And so Fallsby, they're getting their groove back after their defeat to Brackenfell in Brackenfell. So they are definitely going to be contenders as well in the Super A going forward, for sure.
I'll just move to the bottom of the log quickly before we move on to what we actually want to discuss with you guys. SK Warmers, Paul, as you said, your home team going down to the Bay, and then NTK and Hamlets, quite close, the bottom 4 teams. The kicker was NTK played Hamlets on Saturday, running out 43.
Hamlets.
Yeah,
running
out 43 points to 40 victors. Yeah. However, they were hit 3-12 in the game. Our very own CEO, Mr. Pierre Rogers, was in the hot seat, as I would call it, over there at Jan Burger Sports Complex. But it's going to be tough times.
Yeah, what I heard, obviously you get some feedback around these games. Hamlets, they were actually within it to actually clinch a draw, even to win the match. They're coming back for the score being 43-40, getting a penalty in front of the sticks to take the match to a draw, deciding to, in true Hamlet spirit, deciding to go for the victory, go for the win, and unfortunately, it just didn't work out their way, but still a great fight back by Hamlets. I just love the way they play. Just one thing that I believe that they should look at is just sorting out those scrums and those mauls phases of the game. If you can't stand your man there in the mauls, in the scrums, it's going to be difficult for you all day long. And I believe if Hamlets can sort that phase of the game out, combining it with their running, attractive rugby, they are going to be a force to be reckoned with in the Super A.
Definitely so. As you could see, a lot of work still to be done at the top and at the bottom of the Western Province Super League A. However, you were at a very special game on Saturday. Tell us more about what you went through on Saturday, man.
Yes, before we go to the highlights of that match, I was at the Roses versus Hamlet, top of the lock, Boland groot uitdag liga, and here are those highlights right now.
Hamlet, hy voer by die skram, hy's is 'n vaskop, eerste vaskop van die wedstryd. Groot skram hierso, die Roses. Stel die platform, Engeldou, binne toe aangee. Dis goed gedoen, aan die pad, dis Mark Andries. Klein skop hierso, is 'n mededingende skop. Goed gedoen. Vorentoe gedra. Daarso deur die kaptein Jovan August. Williams. Engeldou. Andries. Sywe Mitchell, dis hy. Dylan Maart te gevaar man. Dylan Maart. Hy's 'n paar meter kort, die vleuel. Williams. Kort gespeel. Manne wat hoor is. Om weer punte aan te teken, goeie gooi. Manne wat besluit, hulle gaan 'n rolma beweging aan die gang druk. Hulle maas wat daar die verkeer beheer. Trek die manne vorentoe. Davids is in beheer aan die agterkant van hierdie rolma beweging wat sterk vorentoe werk. Hamlet met geen antwoorde is vir die Roos op die oomblikie. Lyk as oor die lyn. En dis Davids wat daar oor die lyn te doen hierso om die bal te wen. Goed gedoen daarso. Deur Adrian Robertson by die lyn staan Wanza. Bal wat nou uitkom. Sterk hardloop hierso. Dis daai man. John Daniels kry die aardige weg. Vertrop. Kan Tromp al die pad gaan. En dis Lionel Malen Baron wat die bal afskop. Groot duikslag daar. Om hierdie tweede helft te begin. Williams. Julius op die linkervoet. Jaag die bal veld af, werk hierso vir Mondrey Francis. Hy moet binne bly. Francis besluit om vir Hendriks aan te vat. Klop die eerste man. Francis kan hy hom. Goeie tekslag deur Xavier Mitchell. Wanza. Baie gevaarlike man. Daniels. Smit. Bal wat uitkom. Bal wat agtertoe verloor is. Opgespeel se Gys. Dis 'n Grys wat hardloop. Hier kom 'n ding. Dis 'n 3. Daar's vir Roland Snyders. Wanza. Baron. Kort gehardloop deur Tromp. Hy ontmoet vir Xavier Mitchell in die middel van die veld. Groot uitslag. Wanza. Smit. Gevaarlike hardloop. Stamp hom man lelik af daar die agste man. Wanza. Baron. Sterk hardloop. Daar so deur Wesley Okkhuis. Wanza Baron. Dis John Daniels steeks op die deur. Vertromp om na te jaag. Dit is besig om te gebeur. Dis 'n 3. Skop die bal lekker hoog, skop hierdie keer deur die loskakel. Groot duikslag uitgeoefen daarso. Op Smit. Vooruit te gedra, Paulus. Williams. Engeldou. Andries. Mark Andries word kort goed. Scheidsrechter wat 'n besluit moet neem hierso. Wanza. Bal wat afgejaag word. Scheidsrechter sê dis 'n tref vir Daniel Engeldou. Pieterse wat weer eens die lyn staan gaan behartig. Manne wat besluit hulle gaan 'n rolma beweging van hulle aan die gang sit. Kort kantjie omgespeel Baron. Lang aangee vir Flax. Hulle het manne oor aan die buitekant. Wanza. Baron. Bal wat moet oorkom. Goeie duikslag daarso op Roland Snyders. Een van die 3 drukkers. Baron, lang aangee vir Smit wat sterk hardloop. Goeie aangee van Mac John Daniels.
Backwards.
Vinnig aangee Baron, lang aangee, hulle het manne oor, binne toe getrap. Die plaasvervanger daar, Reginald Ambra. Hy is oor hulle. Voet, die lyn staan.
Second is good.
Williams, Andries wat weer sterk hardloop. Williams, Engeldou, Julius. Goeie hardloopstyl hierso. Deur Xavier Mitchell. Goed op hom, onderbeheer te hou. Williams vind op 'n beloskakelposisie. Tyler Williams. Tyler Mars hardloop sterk. Lange aangee aan John Jantjies. Sak sy kop. Weer vorentoe met die bene. Williams. Lange aangee Andries. Hulle het manne oor. Mitchell. Kry die aangee weg. Dis dit. Baron wat weer afskop. Bal wat beheer word. Williams.
Oh no. No.
Julius, hulle het manne oor. Julius besluit om te skop. Dis weer eens 'n hoë skop. Weer heel agter. Werk hierso. Vir Tromp, stamp hom aan af. Baie goeie rugby speler. Glenn Tromp. Dit lyk asof weer 'n reserve skramskakel ook op die veld is. Nathan van Wyk. Van Wyk. Hulle het manne oor. Baron. Gee homself 'n skop. Hey! Baron is gevaarlik. Hy het manne aan sy binne sy buitekant. Dis Nathan van Wyk. Wat doen hy? Bal wat oorkom. Binne toe trap. Dis dit. Ramiri. As gevoed. Williams.
Advantage.
Dis 'n strafskop. Voordeel wat gespeel word weer eens by die skram. Groot skram hierdie keer weer. Pragtig hardloopie. Deur Heinrich Isaacs. Kry die baba. Savannah August. Die kaptein is waar.
Well, that was it. That was Roses against Hamlet RFC from Sierra's. Impressive attendance also at Pelican Park in Wellington on Saturday. Awesome vibe to be there as well. Thank you to everybody there at Pelican Park, the Boland Rugby Union, for just holding and being able to host such a great event. Roses started off really well. HCV taking a commanding 19-point lead. It looked like Sierra's, the guys from Sierra's, they were still on the bus while they were on the field. So they had to come back. Halftime score was 19 points to 7. They came out of the gate so well in that second half, fighting back scores, bringing the scores 19 all. I thought that they were in with a shout there of winning that match, but Roses at the end of the day proving just to be too strong, proving that they are still the standard setters in the Boland Groot Uitdag Liga when it comes to their play. And altogether some great quality players. I'm talking about Roses were loaded with Boland Currie Cup players, gents that played Currie Cup a few weeks ago even. I'm talking Thurlow Mars who had an impressive game. Hilroy Baekjes played. There were so many, Percival Williams, the scrum half played. I even saw who's the wings, Bjorken Hendricks. So they had a lot of names. The backline of Roses really full of names, great quality players as well. On the Hamlet side, they had impressive players. I like the way the scrum half played. Lionel Wanza, he played a really impressive game. The number 8, Smith, the number 13, number 12, Mac John Daniels, and also the number 13, Tromp. Those guys played really well. And with Boland now coming together, I think during this week to do tests. And I even saw the Boland coach there also at the field, Franzel September. He was there. Some of the EXCO members of Boland was at the field. So hopefully they had a look at some of these Sierra's players and say, you know what, we saw these guys play really well. And hopefully they get an opportunity, because that is what we want to do, HCB, with Club Rugby Live. We want to shine a light. We want to give the gents, club rugby guys, an opportunity to be able to shine their light and so that they can also be seen.
Yeah, I want to get in there quickly. You said the Boland head coach was there. how big of a headache is it to watch the top of the table clash, Hamlets and Roses, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 done. It's a tough game.
Yeah.
How do you select the team or get guys to come into testing?
Hershey, I'm gonna be honest with you. There is so much hidden gems, hidden treasure within the Boland sphere. And you know, we were so privileged and blessed this year as Club Rugby Live to be able to go over to like the Bergrivier Cup. We were at Saron to watch the Saron versus Portable, and I saw a lot of great talent being showcased. You know, and I think what we as Club Rugby Live, we are giving these gents an opportunity to be seen, you know, and especially this weekend now with the coaches being there, able to go watch the match, it will give these guys an opportunity to be say, hey, because I truly believe the number 8 is Smith, yes, of Hamlet, as well as the number 12. Mac John Daniels, guys at brilliant games. The number 9, Lionel Wands, he plays a Boland type of game. He taps from his own goal line and they just have a go. So that is what the type of Boland rugby that you do want to see, CV.
Well, I'm going to hand this over to you so you can just take us through the log there. Interesting reading at the top.
Interesting reading at the top, yes. Hamlet and Roses United occupying the top spot. Hamlet on 37 points, Roses 36 points. Bella Vista in 3rd place, they have 36. Delicious 32. Hillcrest from Newtown, they are sitting on 32. Wolseley, no, the Hillcrest are 21 points actually, so the top 4 basically in the 30s. And from bottom down, from 5, these guys are in the low 20 points here, it seems. So Hillcrest 21, Wolseley 18 points, Temperance, they have 17, Evergreens 16 points, Newtons 12, Sierras have 2 points, and I think Tilbach took a heavy final because they are still on 0 points here with 0 losses and zeros. A lot of zeros there, so a lot of work for Tilbach to do. Obviously, as if so many leagues in the Boland Groot Uitdagliga, that was the I think I don't know what
street they call it. They call it Central?
Central, yeah. So that was the Central. So. And then the Weskus, obviously people will know teams like Saldanha and St. Helena.
Quite surprising. I just want to get in there quickly. Quite surprising that St. Helena is the top of the log there.
Yeah, St. Helena is top of the log.
The West Coast region.
I'm looking at this log and I'm so surprised, you know. I'm seeing Veldrif here. They are like, second from last. Veldrif, I watched at the Bergrivier Cup. They played Bergrivier Cup. They've got some good guys there. They've got Phil Goliath there. The captain Volsnach, good players. Africa, the backline players. I don't understand. Sorry, your phone keeps on going off here, CV. I don't understand how they can be so far gone from the leaders because they had really good players.
Sometimes you just need to swipe.
You just have to swipe, yeah. And obviously, so St. Helena is leading that. The Weskus league, they are leading it with 41 points. Saldanha, I had a chat to Jacquin Janssen also. He's so good. I also saw Cornel Hendricks at the field on Saturday. Great to see Cornel again, relaxing, coming back home. So yeah, obviously the Boland just has this ability to produce great quality talent. And I believe that we will see more of that coming through.
That's the thing. Boland has always been this talent, this massive talent pool. I mean, I don't know if you know, and I don't know if you know at home, but the Boland Rugby Union is the official union that has the most clubs in the entire country. So there's a massive talent pool there. It's always been a question of whether we would be able to develop those talent. In fact, they've got the most clubs in the world. So where can we develop those? How do we get people involved that can actually develop these young players and take them from the rural clubs? Because it's not only the gemeenskap or the Groot Uitdag. There's something we call the gemeenskap skild as well. Yeah. There's a lot of great players there.
Yeah. You know, HCB, that is very important. You know, I was very privileged and blessed the other day to sit in the coaches session with ex-Springbok coach Swayze the Brain. What a phenomenal mind of rugby, you know, understanding of the game. And I think those type of initiatives must be launched in the Boland where there's coaching the coaches. You know, give the coaches the skill, upskill the coaches, educate them to bring different type of trainings to the field, different just give them something else, you know, to take to training and to help also develop the players. Because if the coach is, if you have a good coach, you're gonna see the team will also operate pretty well.
There should be a log in here as well that I want to actually just get to, and it's also the Community Shield. They call it in English the Community Shield, and we just want to say big ups to Boland, the union, the management, the president, all of them, everybody. Thank you for getting involved, and thank you for allowing us to also get some insights on Boland and the union and everything that goes with it. But like I said, I'm a small town boykie, and I'm from a small town called Elim, and they play in the Community Shield, and this is the unofficial log. They stepped out winners, 36 points to 24 against Greyton, who's actually a really good team. They are a really good team. Greyton Genadendal, they play fantastic rugby out in the Boland. Spring Roses and Evergreens was a Grabouw derby, 14 points to 13. And then Cheetahs came out victorious against Young Flowers by 15 points to 7. And now the logs look a little bit like this. Blackbird, Spring Roses and Young Eagles is in that top 3 spots, with Elim balancing it out because there's 8 teams in this league. Elim is at 4 now currently, but the gaps in log points between these teams, it's between the top 4 and the rest, it's insane. Blackbirds with 24 points, having only played 6 games, and then Spring Roses, Young Eagles and Elim, all 3 teams played 7 games, and they are on 22 and 21 points respectively. So there's a lot of talent even in those lower leagues as well. And it's something we definitely need to start looking at and sending more scouts there, sending more sponsors that way as well, so we can really uplift the community and the community clubs.
Yeah, that's very important. You know, I also look at, in my hometown, Paul, Paul has their own league that's playing in the Western Province League. I hope that you can get me those logs, please, if you can. SUV, the Super B logs, as well as the Paul region logs, but we can do that afterwards. So the Paul, also very, very talented players. There's guys that playing in the Paul League that eventually go up and they go to get higher honors. I think Kurtley Arendse is one of those players who used to play for his home club, his Gardens, Young Gardens Rugby Club. I think they are playing in I'm speaking under correction now here. Apologies if I am incorrect, SUV. But he also played in the for Young Gardens, who is a team that plays in the Paul Region League. So there is talent there, but it must be mined at the end of the day, and that takes work.
Yeah, it does indeed. But definitely, I'm excited for what's going to happen at Boland. We've been seeing. We've seen it in the Currie Cup First Division. They just need to continue to build. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the Craven Week side as well. Always a lot of talent in the Craven Week side of things as well. The Boland really steps it up when it comes to the juniors.
Can I be honest with you? If you go look at the Craven Week teams and you go look at even the Grand Como teams, the other day I took the Paul boys, I players through to Western Province to go train there in Bellville. And I brought them back. I went to go drop off these kids in Wellington. They stay in Wellington, they play for Western Province. If you get what I'm saying. They are staying in the Boland League. I literally dropped them. They stay so close to the Boland Stadium, yet they are playing in Western Province League, if you know what I'm saying. So Boland do have the capacity, they have the capability of producing these enormously talented youngsters, but the ability to keep hold of them is the problem.
That's going to be where you're going to come in, everybody that's watching this right now. If you can contribute, as we all know, everybody has been going through tough times. If it's possible and you're watching this and you are by means, get in touch with the Boland Rugby Union. These guys are really doing stellar work with their youngsters, and we would like them to stay where they are. I think they're going to be a dark horse for the Craven Week.
Oh, Boland?
Yeah.
It might be. I'm not sure about the Boland Craven Week side, but I know the Western Province Craven Week side is
packed.
Jam-packed full of talent. Even the scrum half. I'm not one to the scrum half of Paul Jim. I know we are playing against them inter schools, but the scrum half Lederman, The boys exceptional talent as well. There's some good talent in that.
But that's my
in that
question.
Western
My
Province
question
side.
has always been, why are these guys playing for another union instead of not playing for Boland?
Look, they are in Paul Gym and Paul Boys. These are schools that are competing against Western Province schools. They're playing in that league. You know, I've said it before, and I've told it to a few people. Yeah, you know, Paul should start their own Grand Como team and their own. They should start their own union because we've got all the best talent there that has to drive far. And I believe that, you know, hopefully in the future we will see that dream, because it's a dream at the end of the day, you know. So yeah.
I've had one of those dreams before, and I mean, for me as a club rugby player, and I used to play for Elam out in the Boland, I used to love going to Wellington when we play our knockouts, who's going to go up to the next league. That should be the aim. The aim should always be to go back to traditional stadiums, like, I mean, going to Wellington. Oh, jeepers. You're in the middle of the most beautiful wine country ever. In slap bang in the middle of Wellington, there's legends that's played at that stadium.
Yeah.
You know, the legendary things have happened at that stadium as well.
Yeah.
A lot of kids have come from the Boland Stadium. But those are all things that we need to really look at. And that's why we're here. We're here not to push any other agenda, but to push the agenda of Boland and Boland rugby specifically. I mean, come on. The most clubs in the world, surely things are about to happen there.
Yeah, let's prophesy that, Shivi, let's prophesy that things will happen. Let's speak good things over the Boland Rugby Union. You know, over the past years, we've seen many people invest there and things looking good things happening. I remember they played a few years ago, they played the Curry Cup, did so well under the coach that is now at the Sharks. I'm not exactly 100% sure what his name, but they played such good rugby, had a lot of talent there, and I just don't know what is currently happening, but as we are saying, we are prophesying that good things will come there, and we will see them flourish in the future.
No, good things definitely coming, because I can tell you what's happening at the Breë Langeberg Groot Uitdag streek as well, and that's Montague and Robertson. Montague and Robertson, top of the table, top two. That's like something waiting to happen, eh? Because I mean, it's two neighboring towns.
Yeah.
They are on top of the log there. Ashton, not so far behind in 6th place, and then Rangers, Robertson's also there. Worcester Villages, they're laying 5th on the log. What's been happening there? Yeah, ek wil 'n Villa wees, maar you know, it's weird. It's weird, but it's a very good thing that you don't see your Worcester Villages at the top of the log anymore. Yeah. There are other teams coming through. So surely there should be talent pulling through. And that's where good coaching comes in. I've always been a firm believer that good players go where good coaching is. And it goes to show. I mean, Montague's on top with Robertson in 2nd. And they've got a little bit of a gap between them and 6th place in Ashton, but then Protea, Rangers, Robertson and Worcester Villa is in there as well. So it's going to be tough.
Yeah, there's so many good quality sides, you know. If you stay the same and you keep your stuff the same and there's no freshness, there's no newness about how you go about things, then you will see yourself drifting down the log, you know. So you need to freshen things up.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that is something that Villa can have a look at. I'm not pretty sure. I don't know what is going on there, but they've always been a top quality side. They've got their own music video. They've got their own.
Yeah, saw that. Top stuff to the guys.
Everybody's singing that song. So thank you to those guys.
But that's the gees that you find in the Boland. You don't find it anywhere else.
You don't find it anywhere else.
I have vivid memories and I like it. This happens every single week. People start singing from 1 o'clock when that third team game kicks off. People start singing and cheering and chirping. And that's what it's all about in the Boland. Gees.
Yeah.
And another thing is they love scoring tries. Because I've looked at the logs and everybody is scoring tries. And that's the kind of rugby that we all look forward to.
Yeah, definitely running rugby. We saw it this weekend between the Roses and the Hamlet game. Even speaking about the atmosphere and the vibe. This Saturday we were sitting close to the fence, the people were screaming so loud, I couldn't even hear myself think anymore. I couldn't, you know, sometimes it was a day like that. I had to ask the lady, please, she's screaming so loud. I can't, I don't think I could hear myself think, you know, so incredible to go to any Boland rugby match on any given Saturday. You will find a vibe there, you will find a pleasing like atmosphere.
Definitely, and that's the thing that I'm on about, is that gees you will find nowhere else. The game that I was at, it was a total contrast. Yes, the field was packed, but it wasn't as packed as your game on Saturday. Your game, my game had a couple of 100 people max. How many people was it?
Hershey, when I came there at Pelican Park, I came there I think like half past 3 or 25 past 3 or something like that. And I ran, as I came in, the line was still long. I'm like, I can't stand in this line, unfortunately, gents, I have to go through. But there was still a line of people waiting to go into Pelican Park on Saturday. And it was already full on the inside. I'm talking there could have been between 3,000 and 5,000 people, maybe even more. I'm just taking a guess now, and I don't want to over-exaggerate on numbers, but it was packed. Even Hamlet, they brought a big crowd with. And I love what they do. When Hamlet scored, they have this thing where they clap for the crowd. The crowd also joins in. Great vibe. It's just something else about the Boland League, really, and the way that they support their teams.
And that's what we want you guys to keep doing. Keep supporting your teams. Keep doing what you need to do in order for you guys to play. It's brilliant seeing these young guys just doing fantastic work, both on and off the field. I mean, they're working hard off the field on the training pitch, surely. Because, I mean, if I look at these points, these guys are scoring 280 to 300 points in 7 games. These guys are scoring tries. They're getting fit for you guys. So go out and support your hometown club wherever they are playing, whether it's at home or away. It's imperative for each and every club and their sustainability for you to go out and support them. Speaking of support, if you want to get in with us and you want to have a chat with us and you want us to do the show that doesn't have a name yet, which we'll get to in a little bit, at your rugby club. It doesn't matter where you are in the Boland, in province, doesn't matter. Let us know, and it's simple. You can reach out with any of our social media platforms on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and of course right here on YouTube as well. But now we've got a little bit of competition going on. We don't have a name for the show.
Yeah, very important actually to have a name. You have to call something a spade or something, to call a spade a spade. So this is an opportunity that we want to open to the public. Obviously, we want to have more interaction from you watching at home. So we're going to open this thing up. If you want to give a name or you have a good name for us, please send it through and we will put that one in the hat, and eventually and hopefully you will see your name being showcased here on this program throughout the weeks to come.
Yeah, definitely. I think we just need to up it a little bit. I think we'll run it for a couple of weeks. For the first couple of weeks, we'll do that. We want as many comments as possible. In fact, try and get us to over 10,000 names. There surely should be 10,000 people that's going to absolutely have a joy and watch the show and also want to name the show, because you're going to have naming rights at the end of the day for this not so normal rugby show. But there's a couple of terms and conditions. So here we go. Like I said, first one is or like Lucian said, first one is you've got to let us know, drop us a comment, go to all our social media pages and follow us firstly. That is one condition. And condition number 2 is...
What's condition number 2?
Must I say it? Must I say it or not? No.
What's condition number 2?
Well, if you win, if you are the winner, you'll get naming rights, of course. But also, there'll be something special from our side as the presenters, just to make it lekker, you know. It's lekker in Poland, man.
He's gonna make it lekker.
Yeah, we're gonna make it lekker. We're gonna make it lekker. Now we promise.
Let's go.
We promise we'll definitely give you something back, even if it's a little bit of airtime. If you are a club rugby official and you want to join us here, why not? If you and your name get selected, you can join us in the hot seat. How's that for a second? How's that for a second? Term and condition.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me?
Unless the people want some.
No. Well, speaking of that, we would like you guys to get in contact with us if, like I said, you want to have our production team come around, do the show there. And also, if you want to get involved with us streaming your matches, there is, of course, a little bit of terms and conditions and fees that will apply. But you can get in touch with us on our social media platforms, and we'll definitely get back to you. And anybody that would like to sponsor our show, I mean, Thirsty has done a fantastic job just by popping out of nowhere here. Yeah. And, you know, it's always good to have some water. I don't know about you, when you played and you got injured, there's a saying in the bola, and I'm going to switch to Afrikaans, this is going to happen a lot in the show. Ons gooi net 'n bietjie water op die knie.
Ja.
Is dit reg?
Bietjie water op die knie of the magic spray.
Or the magic spray. Look, where I grew up, in those small towns, we never had magic spray. So the closest thing we came to magic spray was water in a sprayable bottle. But it was fantastic stuff, and that's what club rugby is all about, man. It's about taking the grassroots kid through the club system and trying to get him to that pro level. And I'm sure we can do that with what we're going to do here, and also with what they want to achieve at the Boland Rugby Union. I'm pretty sure about that.
Yeah, 100%, Shivi. That is what we want to do here. We want to add value. We want to uplift, and we want to just be and create a platform to make others also shine and to help others build their brand as we also are building our brand. And thank you to Thirsty, and thank you to all the sponsors. I know that CRL Talk has played a massive role when it comes to the Unimil games, and also FFG Sports that sponsored this weekend at the Roses and
the Boland,
so there are people that are getting involved. There are people that have a passion, that have a love for the sport of rugby. And if you are one of those people, you have a passion, you have a sport, you have a love for the sport of rugby, and you love the VP Rugby League or the Boland Rugby League, be sure to get into contact with us and sponsor with us, partner with us. Let's take this thing further. Let's grow it. Obviously, this is the first one. Hopefully, trusting and believing that this is the first one of many. We're going to see many more of sitting like this, having good conversation with rugby.
Some guests. We'd love to get some guests. But also for everybody, just for me to get in there, everybody in the Boland area, especially if you're a businessman, you really want to give back to the community. We would like to showcase more games in the Boland. I mean, for me, I would love to take a drive down to go watch Caledon and Houston. I mean, that's also one of the big groot uitdag Overberg games.
It's big. There's so many big games all over.
The big derby.
We missed the big derby that we didn't speak about now. Vineyards played against young people.
What happened in that game?
Two Paul teams playing in the Super B, clashing. Young Peoples came out there victorious, 14 points to 12. So congratulations to the Tiere.
So like big derby, yeah.
A big derby.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm keep on saying. It's still it should be a Boland game. It should be a Boland game. Because I mean that's where Paul is, man. Don't say Valdevies in Western Notes, no, West Cape. Speaking of, so if you want to get involved, we can come and do the show there for sure. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of legends. Just quickly before we wrap, there's a lot of legends in and around that side also. I mean, the burger farm is there as well.
Yeah, the burger farm is there.
In the valleys.
I'm so privileged, you know. Sometimes I walk past so many greats. You know, I even have the privilege of working with a World Cup winner, Wayne Julius. You see John de Villiers walking there in the gyms around. So there are guys walking there that came out of Paul, legends that played for South Africa, you know. Yeah. So yeah, Paul.
Quite a few guys came from the Boland side as well. Eh? Boland Rugby Union used to bring a lot of Springboks, a lot of provincial players,
a lot of players,
a lot of star players.
Yeah, like Willie Leroux.
Who was your best Boland Springbok?
I'm gonna say Cornel Hendricks.
Oh man, why do you have to pick my guy?
I'm gonna have to say Cornel Hendricks because I don't know. I just love the guy. There's something about him. Look, I was training with Cornel in that time after they diagnosed him, and you know he played for Paul. He played with us a few warm-up games leading up to the Super B season. That was 2018. He trained with us, and obviously he was declined to play at club level, pending because of his health issue or that. but I saw the faith that he had, you know, to persevere, even when the doubts did come, even when they said, hey, you are this and you're that, don't play, you can't play, yet he kept the faith, continued to believe in himself. And you know, his scripture, the scroll that he uses is Philippians 4 verse 13, that says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And he really stood on that, and I saw how God has elevated him, and now he's playing for the Bulls. He's playing phenomenally well. Unfortunately, they lost against the Stormers now the other day in the URC final, but Cornel has just been phenomenal, and he's just true
Gentleman of the sport.
True gentleman of the sport. Yeah,
Devs. Now, we're going to wrap up now, but I'll tell you which Boland legend is my favorite. I must say, he wore a certain number 15 jersey back in the day. You would probably know him, but we'll speak more about him next week. Hopefully, if he's watching, he can come and join us in the hot seat very soon, I would say.
Who's that?
No. I'll keep you all on your seats, on the ends of your seats. Brilliant fullback for the Boland Rugby Union. Started his rugby there, moved all the way up and became a Springbok.
Valilaru.
No, not
He was a
Willem.
fullback at Boland.
You will find out. I'm talking about the heydays.
Oh, was it the
Heydays. But we'll go, and we're probably gonna say goodbye. It's been fantastic having a chat with you.
Yeah.
We'll do this again next week as well, and hopefully you guys will get involved so we can get more of, especially in the Boland, we get more of you guys involved in the show. We want to hear about your stories. We want to hear about what's happening at your clubs. We actually want to come out and visit your clubs. Obviously, it's very difficult for us to just pack up and go, but we're hoping that you will walk a journey with us. Lucian, any final words before we say
Yes,
goodbye?
awesome. This is an initiative that we really want to get going. Obviously, the success of this it is dependent on how much interaction we do get from you. So please, leave a like, subscribe, interact, leave a comment, do something. Something is definitely busy happening, and we want to be a part of that SUV. And then also thank you to Mike at Rhino Productions. Thank you to Pierre from Club Rugby Live for putting this all together so quick. We literally spoke about it yesterday, and now we are sitting here today. Yeah. So that shows where there is a will, there is a way. Hope to see you all next week. Same time, same place. My name is Lucian Kibiru, and I'll see you again next time.
Yeah, we just want to say thank you also. Lucian said it all, but we just want to say thank you to everybody at Kales River Rugby Club. Thank you, Kayla Livda, from the bottom of our hearts for hosting the first edition of the Not So Normal Rugby Show, which you are going to give us a name for. From myself and Lucian, cheers for years.
Cheers.